a positive role model?
So I think in women's health and kind of body health, I think a good role model is Elsa Pasquet. She's Chris Hemsworth's wife, and she's very big on like healthy living and eating and like mindfulness. And I think a lot of the mistakes made with the women's health industry, especially with bodies, is there's like a big focus on just getting the best aesthetic. And the problem that there is with that is there's a lot of extreme ways to do it, like, not eating enough, having the wrong nutrients, and just kind of like focusing on getting your body as slim as possible, and even things like surgery. So I think what she does well is she focuses on actually, doing exercises and the right food. And although it doesn't kind of promote this extreme kind of like, slimmer waist, bigger bum and kind of breasts and that kind of thing, it just looks at more what is actually good for the body, and usually that reflects and looks healthier as like a general, as a general like product, if you like a viewing, rather than kind of what's put in magazines and on media.
And you think this is a better example to the younger generation?
Yeah, I think it's definitely important to promote kind of like a healthier style of trying to make yourself look better, rather than this kind of product of putting your body through kind of unhealthy, abusive things. Not that they all are, but generally what I find the pattern, in my opinion, is it's girls or just people in general at younger ages are more pushed to do things that are bad for their body to get these like really quick results, but it affects like your mental health and your physical body, like I think, in my opinion, way too extremely to be beneficial to your life in general.
Do you think if we had a lot more role models, like you said, do you think like we'd have a happier younger generation? Like, for example, 78% of 17-year-olds aren't happy with their bodies, and I personally think this is due to role models giving the wrong impression off.
Yeah, I think it's almost made to look a bit too easy, and the important thing to know is, because especially in the UK where we live, eating unhealthily is so easy to do compared to eating healthily. Like, people don't know about the right things to have, and what these role models do is they, in my opinion, the ones that I think are more effective are the ones that tell you, this is how your body actually works. This is what, is healthy for you, because what you eat and how much you exercise affects your brain quite a lot and your mental health. So you can be happy with your body depending on that, but this kind of industry of like the result without the process, the result is like, 5%,
like an
10%.
Image, yeah.
They see the end of it. They don't see what's gone into it.
Yeah.
And if you compare both, it's kind of no wonder why people are so unhappy with their bodies. Is because they're almost not being told by these people.
Not being truthful.
Yeah, they're kind of they're just showing this lifestyle, like, look at me, I've done this, that, and the other, and I look this way. But it's not sort of like, I've gone to the gym, I've done these routines, I've had these kind of meals, I've done, it's very much how you...
Fake, it's quite fake.
Yeah, it's a very fake industry. But I think that's where it makes money.
Yeah.
The fake industry is like, people would be far more interested in looking at the extreme stuff compared to the healthy stuff. And I think, it's a big factor that it's just like, there's little truth behind it.
Yeah.
Because that's not what the media want to say. And I think that's why, there's a problem with kind of people and accepting their bodies, especially at younger ages.
Who do you think's not a role model? Just a few.
Not a role model. Definitely, I think Kardashians. I don't know loads about them, but I think there's like a wrong impression. There's like a big focus on what I would call like a fake cosmetic style. And in my opinion, like I know they're good-looking people, but I don't think it looks as good as just not having the surgery. Because although it, things like bigger bums and breasts and stuff are attractive from that point of view, when it's going to kind of like surgery and all that sort of stuff, it just doesn't feel kind of like a healthy way to live your life and to treat your body. And I think if we just like accept...
It's not a good... accept who you are.
Yeah, accept who you are, and you'll be much happier for it. You don't need this kind of fake product, because you spend all your time then thinking, well, what if I had then this much more? If you just accept what you have, then you'll be so much happier with your state, and like just it doesn't matter the way you are, you can't change that. And even if you can with surgery, it's just not good for you. It's not like a healthy way to do it, and it will lead to problems with self-acceptance because you think, well, if I can get surgery for this, then I can get surgery for more. So it's kind of worrying in a way that
That's
you
why
can get
girls
stuck
are so
in it.
unhappy at that age, probably, isn't it?
Yeah, I think what I see a lot is like there's loads of girls now, especially wear like a lot of makeup, and although as like maybe as like an art, makeup might look nicer. I think the natural look, even if it's not like an aesthetic, like wow, it just looks better because it's like a healthier, it's like I can accept myself.
Yeah.
I'm happier with myself as I am. And then if I look at a girl and I see that, although they may not look as like pretty in a sense, I think it's in a sense more attractive because it's like you can just accept yourself being the state you're in, rather than whatever makeup has false promises of, in a sense.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
That's right.